Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Bloomberg Philanthropies Award for Excellence in Road Safety, the first ever salute to the dedicated professionals saving lives on roadways across the globe. The Welcome to the Shed, one of the most incredible and sustainable arts and cultural venues in the city. Thank you for joining us, especially at this very moment. We've come together, as you all know, in a critical time for the issue of road safety. This audience, more than anyone, knows what's at stake. In fact, in just the minute or so I've been standing here speaking, tragically, another 2 people have died from road traffic injuries somewheres in the world. And today, like every day, more than 3,000 people will die from such injuries. Add up the numbers, and the toll on human life and health is staggering. Nearly 1.2 million people die, and as many as 50 million people are injured on the world's roadways every single year. Countless families are left reeling in the aftermath, and the biggest tragedy of all of this is these deaths and injuries are preventable. Of course, everyone here is doing everything in their power every day to make the world's roads safer, and we share that goal. At Bloomberg Philanthropies, our mission is to save and improve as many lives as possible. And to help do that, we've worked closely with our road safety partners, Dr. Tedros and the World Health Organization, since 2007. And now our collective focus is on the low and middle income countries where over 90% of road traffic deaths occur. And I'm glad to say we have made a great deal of progress. And yet, today we find ourselves at a crossroads. And I don't just mean this one we have right here in this room. We're at a crossroads because despite our best collective efforts, the progress we're making isn't happening fast enough, and it's at risk of leveling out. Worldwide road crashes are the leading cause of death for people aged 5 to 29. Children and young adults are at the greatest risk, and societies are failing to protect them. Nearly 80 countries have no laws at all on vehicle safety standards, and that's outrageous, and we have worked hard to help change that. The United Nations, you should know, has long recognized the seriousness and urgency of this problem. The current decade marks the UN's second decade of action on road safety. The big global goal is to cut traffic deaths 50% by the year 2030. The people in this room, I know, are committed to meeting that goal, but we need more governments to get on board. We also need more members of the public to hold their lawmakers' feet to the fire. So many people's lives, young people's lives, depend on it. To all road safety leaders here, let me just say thank you. Your work is incredibly vital to your country's futures, and Bloomberg Philanthropies will be with you every step of the way. Now, we know you didn't get into this line of work to receive pats on the back or to go to award shows, which is why we're glad to offer you both here today. In a moment, we'll start handing out statues in 4 categories, but first, another leader on road safety wanted to sing your praises too. Years ago, when he worked at City Hall in South Bend, Indiana, he was a winner of the Bloomberg Philanthropies Mayor's Challenge, a competition to run to spur urban innovation around the world. So the team at our foundation has been collaborating with him since he was Mayor Pete. And now we're glad to hear a special message from Secretary Pete, the United States Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg. Roll the video.
Thank you, Mayor Bloomberg, for that introduction. And thanks to everyone at Bloomberg Philanthropies for inviting me to share a few words. And though the awards are still to come, let me offer an early congratulations to this year's winners for your achievements. As I travel the country in this job, there's something that I see on the side of the road all too often, just about everywhere I go. Whether it takes the form of a bouquet of flowers, a ghost bike, or a white cross, the roadside memorials across America all represent the same thing: the pain of loved ones who lost someone to a traffic crash, an expression of grief for a loved one who said, "See you later," but never made it home. For too long, traffic fatalities have been treated as a fact of life in America, as if they were inevitable. But they're not. These deaths are preventable, which is why we launched a comprehensive plan in 2022 that calls on all levels of government, federal, state, and local, working with advocates and the private sector to take a safe systems approach to our roads. Here in the United States, for one, the Biden-Harris administration is funding thousands of projects to make our roads safer for drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists, while also developing new standards for safer road designs and safer vehicles. And I'm encouraged to note that since we launched the National Roadway Safety Strategy in 2022, the number of traffic fatalities has declined for the past 7 quarters straight. It's a good start, but we cannot and will not rest until we reach the only number that is acceptable: 0. Part of my confidence that we will reach that goal in our lifetime comes from the strength of the consortium of leaders we see working toward safer streets, safer speeds, and safer roads, and changing how we as a global community address roadway safety. Organizations like Bloomberg Philanthropies are instrumental to these efforts, sharing effective strategies while also educating the public about how individual actions, whether it's buckling up or driving at a slower, safer speed, make our roads safer for all who use them. What you are doing is making a difference. You are saving lives. So keep up that work, and thank you.
Some New Yorkers are going to join us right here. Here they come. To help, I've invited a few of them to join me. They are 5 young people, the same age as those who face the greatest risks from unsafe roads. So we couldn't think of a better group to provide assistance over the course of the hour. Let's hear it for them. Pia, you have the honor of going first.
My name is Pia Severin. I am 13 years old and I go to Marymount School in Manhattan. How did that song go again? Ease down the road? Well, it's good advice. Recently, just a block away from my school, a girl my age got hit and injured by a speeding car. Speed contributes to more than half of all road traffic deaths. Speed increases the chances of a crash as well as the severity of it. And we know lower speed limits along with better road design and enforcement can only help. These improvements are what we're celebrating in the category of speed management. Isn't that right, Mike Bloomberg? Back to you.
Pia, thank you. Our first honoree has done groundbreaking work to manage speeds around schools. Reducing the school zone speed limit is part of its comprehensive approach to road safety, which is receiving national and global attention. Tonight's first Bloomberg Philanthropies Award for Excellence in Road Safety goes to Pleiku City in Viet Nam.
Pleiku City is the first city to apply the speed limits for school zones in Vietnam. The government's successful initiative focused on establishing and enforcing 30 km/h speed limits in school zones. The project achieved remarkable decrease in speed violation with speed bumps, rumble strips, pedestrian crossing, and the construction of the sidewalks.
Ngay sau khi mà trường của chúng em được xây dựng cái khu đi bộ như vậy thì bọn em cảm thấy rất là vui. Đó cũng như là học sinh đi về thì sẽ cảm cái vấn đề là xe nó sẽ quá là nhiều.
Trường đã vạch ra một cái khu vực như vậy, các con cảm thấy rất là yên tâm và thuận lợi.
By prioritizing student safety, the government demonstrates its commitment to nurturing a generation of healthy, empowered individuals.
Accepting the award for the Pleiku City Council is Dr. Hung from the Transport Development and Strategy Institute at the Ministry of Transport.
Mr. Bloomberg, distinguished guests and colleagues, it is a great honor that Pleiku received this prestigious first ever award for excellence in road safety. This recognition is a testament for the efforts of the Pleiku government, school principals, teachers, pupils, parents, and all Pleiku people, together with the effective collaboration and support from AIP Foundation and the Global Road Safety Partnership, who have advanced this evidence-based intervention as part of the Bogotá Child Road Safety Challenge. Together, we reduce speed limits in school zone to 30 km per hour on the local roads and 40 km per hour on the national highways, invested in traffic calming measures, and launched public awareness campaign that resonated with our community. This award is an inspiration for Vietnamese cities striving for safer speeds. We are committed to share our knowledge and scaling up our efforts to save the life throughout the country. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Renzo Ruíz. I'm 16 years old, and I go to Repertory Company High School, just a few blocks from here. I serve in our student government, so this next category is of a special interest to me. Strong laws can help reduce the risk that people face on the road every day. Those risky behaviors include speeding, drinking and driving, and not utilizing car seats or seat belts or helmets. Right now, only 6 countries in the entire world have the best policies in place to help reduce those kinds of risks. More governments should follow in their footsteps. That is a fact that we are calling special attention to by giving an award in the category of laws and policies. And Mike Bloomberg knows who the special honoree is. Back to you, Mike.
Renzo, thank you. The country receiving the next honor has a new national law that is preventing injuries caused by drinking and driving. Provinces that have already implemented a zero-tolerance policy are reducing annual road traffic deaths, and the agency responsible for pushing Congress to adopt such a law nationwide really deserves this honor for protecting the public through strong policies. Our second award for road safety excellence goes to the National Road Safety Agency of Argentina.
Argentina enacted in 2023 a bold and significant law. The law was passed establishing zero alcohol tolerance while driving any type of vehicle on national roads. After the law was passed, there was a lot of people celebrating.
Queda sancionado la orden del día 650, se convierte en ley y se envía al Poder Ejecutivo Nacional.
This was a huge step in road safety. This law means hope. Argentina is top leading country adopting this law in the region. This is a strong vision that can inspire other countries to adopt it, and they will save lives in their own countries.
Accepting the award for the National Road Safety Agency of Argentina, Argentina's Consul General Pablo Pinheiro Aramburu.
Mr. Bloomberg, dear friends. First of all, I would like to express apologies on behalf of Secretary of Transport Franco Mojeta, who would have very much liked to be present here to receive this distinction but unfortunately he had commitments that required him to remain in Argentina. It is a real honor to be winners of the first edition of the Awards for Excellence in Road Safety. The zero driving alcohol law emerged as a need to provide a solution to the overwhelming statistic that indicates that alcohol is present in 1 in 4 fatal road accidents. Changing road culture is essential to reduce these numbers. In countries neighboring Argentina, such as Uruguay, Paraguay, and Brazil, where this public policy was implemented, a significant decrease in the number of road accidents was seen, as occurred in Rio de Janeiro, where they went down by 32%. In Argentina, 18 provinces adopted the same measure on their provincial roads and more than 70 towns on their streets. It is necessary to promote from all levels of government, national, provincial, and municipal, awareness campaigns that highlight the importance of not drinking alcohol if you're going to drive. Work must be done to prevent motorists following in this kind of practices. In this line, we want to thank and congratulate Bloomberg Philanthropies on the excellent work carried out with local government and Argentine civil society, whose representatives are present here today, the City of Buenos Aires, the City of Cordoba, and MINU Association. We encourage them to add new Argentine cities and to work together at the national level. Once again, I express greetings and thanks from Transportation Secretary Franco Mogueta to the entire Bloomberg team philanthropies, particularly Kelly Lawson, Rebecca Bavinger, and Jonas Romo. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Dennis. I'm 17 years old and go to Talent Unlimited High School on the East Side. I'm honored to take part in today's ceremony. Just recently, my mother was in a car crash. Fortunately, she was wearing a seatbelt, so she wasn't severely injured. This makes me realize how the work you all are doing is important to me and my family. Before we give out any more honors, let me tell you about the award statues that Bloomberg Philanthropies is presenting today. They were created by the famous London-based designer Thomas Heatherwick, made up of 9 miniature lampposts. This unique award creates a beautiful sculptural form from one of road safety's most iconic civic designs. Together, these lampposts shine a light on creativity and civic power we're celebrating today. We love our trophy. The World Cup has nothing on us. As you all know, and because of you, there's so much outstanding work on road safety all around the world. It's happening even as we celebrate in this room today. Let's pay a visit to Quito, Ecuador, and take a look at what they're doing to reduce speeds and save lives right at this very minute.
Hello, buenas tardes. My name is Jimena Romero and it's close to rush hour. We are coming to you direct from Avenida Simón Bolívar, known for having a high number of traffic crashes in the city. Behind me, a team of 12 traffic officers are conducting a speed checkpoint. Officers with speed guns are monitoring vehicles, while their counterparts are set to pull over those who break the speed limits. This speed enforcement is showing results, with a notable 35% decrease in traffic crashes in the first quarter of 2024. Quito's pledge to improve speed management is robust. Our infrastructure initiatives, such as the traffic calming measures in San Bartolo neighborhood, which spans over 1.2 kilometers, and the removal of pedestrian bridges in school zones, are testimonies to this commitment. All in all, there's a lot to be excited about here, just as there is at the award ceremony in New York. Back to you.
Congratulations to all awardees of the inaugural Bloomberg Philanthropies Global Road Safety Awards. You're saving lives. WHO's latest global status report on road safety shows that during the decade of action, from 2011 to 2020, 45 countries reduced road traffic deaths by at least 30%. You were part of that by improving the safety of roads and vehicles, changing behaviors, reducing speeds, and working to ensure timely emergency care. Like you, these countries have demonstrated that when there is political will, preventing road traffic deaths and injuries is well within reach. If we are to build safe, healthy, and sustainable transport systems, we need to design them with the most vulnerable in mind. Thanks again to my friend Mike Bloomberg and Bloomberg Philanthropies for its support for global road safety across more than 2 decades. Thank you so much, Mike, for your leadership. I thank you.
እንደምናመሻችሁ, good evening. I'm Jirenya Hirpa. We are here to inspect the speed hump construction that is happening by Addis Ababa Traffic Management Authority in Magananya area. The speed hump construction targeted school zones and residential areas. Addis Ababa City have been constructing speed humps since 2017. Overall, about 1,000 speed humps have been constructed, with other efforts such as walkway construction, intersection signalization, and the modifications. This resulted in the reduction of road traffic crash fatalities by about 15%. We are proud of with what the city has achieved, but there is a lot more to do to save more lives. Congratulations to you all who are participating in the Road Safety Conference. Bye-bye, Dena Hulu.
Hi, I'm Azariah Joseph. I'm 14 years old. I live in Riverdale and go to Marymount School of New York. During that last song, we saw and heard a lot of numbers and statistics about road safety. But as we students are reminded all the time, it's not enough to just analyze and use the information. That's something I did last year when I wrote a school paper about driving under the influence. Learning how to use data is essential because not all information is created equal. The more and the better and accurate the data is, the more that policymakers can accomplish. That impact is what we're celebrating in the category of crash and facility data. Mike Bloomberg knows a thing or two about the power of data. So over to you, Mike.
Azariah, thank you. Nice round of applause for her. At Bloomberg, we always say, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. With better data, governments can make better decisions as they tackle challenges. And our next honoree has done vital work improving the road crash data system. The award for excellence in road safety goes to the National Road Safety Observatory of Tunisia.
Tunisia has made great progress on collection of data on road traffic crashes, injuries, and fatalities. Tunisia recognized the need to improve their data on road traffic crashes and started working on the digitization of the system. By combining data from the police, from the hospitals, and insurance companies,
the new database is a comprehensive system designed to collect, store, and analyze traffic crash and fatalities data. It includes many variables like report crash, geolocation, and other details.
Knowing the specifics of who, what, and where for road traffic crashes, injuries, and deaths will help Tunisian policymakers to make informed decisions to improve road safety and save lives.
Accepting the award to the National Road Safety Observatory of Tunisia, Afif bin Ginaya from Ambassadors for Road Safety.
Mr. Bloomberg, thank you so much for honoring and recognizing the efforts and the work done by the National Road Safety Observatory in Tunisia that aimed to improve our data collection to make it more reliable, exhaustive, and to orient our strategy and our vision in our country. We as civil society, we are so proud of this award because it translates the success done between our work and the National Road Safety Observatory. Also, I want to thank you, our partners, the Global Alliance of NGO for Road Safety, also the GRSP for their trust, support to save lives in our roads in Tunisia. Thank you so much. Shukran.
Hi, I'm Chloe Wu. I'm 17 years old and I go to Brooklyn Technical High School where I study civil engineering. For way too long, the people designing roads forgot to think about one important thing, and that's people. Roads aren't only for cars after all. Roads should come with safe options for walking and biking, and public transportation. Mobility and sustainability are what we are honoring in this category, infrastructure. Mike Bloomberg gets it. He certainly helped New Yorkers move safely as mayor. So, back to you, Mayor Mike.
Thank you, Chloe. There is no question the next honoree is a leader in road safety. It has taken bold actions to design streets that protect cyclists and pedestrians, the most vulnerable road users. For its continued investment in safer road infrastructure, tonight's final Bloomberg Philanthropies Award for Excellence in Road Safety goes to the Mobility Department of Bogotá, Colombia.
Bogotá is a frontrunner for giving back public space to people. The infrastructure of the city has been rebuilt in order to be safer for people that want to walk, use their bike, or the public transport system. Within the city, the speed limit was reduced to 50 kilometers per hour. The fatalities were reduced in 21%. The city has already more than 600 kilometers of exclusive bike lanes. And the plazoletas. Plazoletas is a very important concept. It's a place where you can walk, where you can bike, where you can do whatever you want in the public space. Every single design should start from road safety. Other cities can use the example of Bogotá, so we all meeting as equals in the public space.
Accepting the award for the Mobility Department of Bogotá, Colombia, Ana Milena Gomez Guzman.
Good evening, everyone. We are delighted to be here representing Bogotá, Colombia, and on behalf of our Mayor, Carlos Fernando Galán, we want to express our sincerest gratitude to Bloomberg Philanthropies for this prestigious award. We also want to extend our deep appreciation to all our allies and friends in the Global Road Safety Initiative for their unwavering support in helping us to save lives and improve public spaces for everyone in our city, and especially for the most vulnerable ones. With the invaluable support of Bloomberg Philanthropies and all our international partners, we are confident that we will continue saving lives and reducing serious injuries in our roads. Thank you very much in name of all Bogotans.
And let's hear another round of applause for all of our heroes. Congratulations. Now, this year's award recipients would be the first to tell everyone, combining the right road safety policies with the necessary political will is never easy. But our honorees, together with so many counterparties at the local, state, and national levels, are getting the job done. Everyone here is showing that progress really is possible. So please give yourselves a well-deserved round of applause.